Hello and thanks for your company. A look at this week's culture news, starting with the death of a musical great. Tributes have been flooding in for Oscar-winning Italian composer Ennio Morricone, who's died at the age of 91. He scored music for more than 500 films, including The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, The Mission and The Hateful Eight. Brian Quinn reports.
The harmonica from Once Upon a Time in the West. The warbling theme from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. His name alone symbolized the golden age of original film soundtracks. Ennio Morricone first gained international renown for his collaborations with Italian director Sergio Leone. He would ultimately pen more than 500 soundtracks. A genius composer with a prolific gift for melody.
J'ai interprété d'une façon musicale les westerns de Sergio Leone. L'écriture cinématographique de Sergio Leone est très simple et très classique. Je pense qu'un autre compositeur serait arrivé exactement au même résultat.
With A Fistful of Dollars, released in 1964, the two men would together reinvent the Western and the relationship between cinematography and music. 2017 brought his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for the maestro who also composed for Brian De Palma, Terrence Malick, and Bernardo Bertolucci. The same year, Morricone would win his first Oscar for the soundtrack to Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. Hollywood's top honor for the man who made film scores into their own characters and changed the history of cinema.
To Amsterdam now, and the first major exhibition to pair the greatest painter of the Baroque period with its greatest sculptor. Caravaggio, Bernini, Baroque in Rome is on at the Rijksmuseum, which reopened last month. As Solange Mougin reports, it's a winning combination.
Baroque paintings are often crime scenes. Blood, pained faces, severed heads. Be it on a canvas or with sculptures, it is a signature of the Baroque art movement of the early 17th century. But how did so much gore make its way into the arts to change its course? The movement began in Rome. At the end of the 16th century, the church wanted to change the imagery around it. Goodbye imaginary figures and dreamy paintings. Hello realistic scenes of action in the style of Caravaggio, with dirty fingernails and, below a crown of thorns, depictions of emotion that viewers can relate to.
We are becoming part of the scenery there. We are witnessing what's happening. So the emotional involvement of the audience, that is very important. So that's the basic, the core of Baroque art.
It's as if artists at the time tried to get viewers involved. Take, for example, this sculpture of a martyr. The arrows are just begging to be removed. Or take, for another example, this image of Jesus Christ. His expression invites the viewer to come closer, to witness his wound.
It could be from a film. He's looking towards you and inviting you to feel his wound. And this directness makes it very powerful.
Starting in Rome, the style of Baroque art would spread across Europe. In Amsterdam, the young Rembrandt is captivated by it. And if you look at the faces he painted, you can tell he too wants to draw you in, to ponder the human condition.
Here in Paris, most of the big museums like the Louvre, the Grand Palais and the Quai Branly have reopened with strict measures in place. At the Musée d'Orsay, the French painter James Tissot is in the spotlight. It's a chance to get a glimpse of high society in the 19th century. Here's Olivia Salazar-Winspear.
The mood's efficient and organised. These visitors have booked their slot at the Musée d'Orsay and have come wearing masks, keen to see the new show.
Je profite de la première journée d'ouverture.
Vous aviez prévu de voir cette exposition au mois de mars à la base?
Oui, c'est ça. On est ravis de pouvoir enfin profiter des musées, ça nous manquait beaucoup.
I've been looking forward to just seeing the Musée d'Orsay and going inside and walking
walking through it again. I just missed it.
The canvases here had been kept in the dark for more than 3 months. There's 3 months of dusting then to catch up with, carried out with care and precision. There are some health and safety rules for visitors, but there's no specific path to follow once in the museum.
Ils auront la liberté de circuler dans le musée comme ils le souhaitent. La jauge des visiteurs, le nombre de visiteurs accueillis sera très réduit. Nous accueillons habituellement pendant l'été environ 15 000 visiteurs par jour. Et cet été, nous accueillerons au maximum 5 000 visiteurs par jour.
Which means that for once there aren't crowds of people gathered around every painting.
C'est un régal, oui. Je trouve pas qu'il y ait trop de monde.
Finalement, il y a beaucoup moins de monde, donc c'est de bonnes conditions pour voir une exposition, je trouve.
Peace and quiet, all the better to contemplate the work of James Tissot, a contemporary of the Impressionists, but his style doesn't sit easily with the movement. Critics branded his work too classical, even too frivolous, yet his scenes are full of life with a sharp eye for detail.
Tissot est un jeune homme qui est né dans le magasin d'une modiste. Sa mère était modiste, son père marchand de draps, et il a toute sa vie été extrêmement sensible à la question des tissus, des textiles, des matières, des motifs, et bien sûr de la mode. Tout est motif, tout est textile, et tout est mode.
A painterly perspective on social trends on display all summer in France's own fashion capital.
The James Tissot exhibition is on until September. And we're going to leave you with the first online festival from Paris's Châtelet Theatre. Over 10 days, more than 100 free performances will be shown online from 150 artists, including Christian Boltanski, Rocky Traore and Peter Sellers. The event is called Après-demain, or After Tomorrow, and it's on until the 12th of July. Thanks for your company. There's more news on France 24 after this.